Walking through the crowded streets of the Ward of Scales, you suddenly hear a commotion behind you. You turn to see a gruff, shirtless man badgering a male orchid. "I assure you, I did nothing of the sort," the orchid says calmly. "You calling me a liar now?" bellows the man. "I think somebody needs to teach you a lesson." The man careens forward with his fist and knocks the orchid to the ground. A gasp emerges from the crowd, but very quickly the attitude turns to excitement and encouragement. Nothing like a good fight to get a crowd worked up. So apparently we can just watch this fight, or we can intervene on the orchid's behalf. We don't have an orchid on our side. I was gonna say, if we had like the Doomstalker or the Spellweaver, maybe I would intervene on this, but I don't really see this as our fight, so we're just gonna watch it with the crowd. Orchid puts up no defense, and the fight becomes rather one-sided. A solid beating is administered, and the crowd is sated. Go about your business while the orchid bleeds on the ground. Oh well. Hello friends, welcome back for some more Olympus Chosen. So there's not much to say or do here at this time. I've been looking at the market. We're getting really close here. We just need one more prosperity before we can reach wealth of 6. And at that point, we'll be seeing a lot more gear. So I'm going to wait out until that happens to purchase more gear wise. And as for the Enchantress, I think I've pretty much decided that I'd like to spend money on jump for Pan here for the Unstoppable Beast. And as for Apati, you know, I really wanted to go for a jump here, but because I have Corrupting Embrace, I'm not sure how much I need it anymore. It might be nice still to put a jump on this, because I typically use this for movement, and being able to, I always use it for movement, I haven't used the top ability yet. To be able to jump with this move 5 would make this just that much better. So I think I'm going to spend the money on jump here and a jump for Pan, but that doesn't mean that there's other options here. There are certainly other options, and I'm trying to find the one that I was looking at. Frigid Apparition might be an interesting one to put something like Wound or Poison or even Muddle. Well, probably not Muddle, but Wound or Poison, so that, okay, not only are they stunned, but they're also gaining another negative condition to make Submissive Affliction even better, if I even decide to keep this going. And I think that's something that I'm interested in. Another thing might be Perversive Edge, to do the same thing with the attack here, either putting Poison or Wound. Probably not Muddle, because that would be a wasted. If they're stunned, they're also Muddle. That's kind of wasted. But to Poison or Wound them, even if I don't use Submissive Affliction, that's a pretty decent combination. Stun and another negative combination. That would make Submissive Affliction better, but it would also help anybody else that decides to make the attacks there. And I like pairing Wound. I think a lot of people do this too, but pairing Wound with stuns is definitely something to always consider. I think it's a really good combination. That way, they're stunned, they're going to take 1 more damage, and then at the next turn, they're going to take another damage as well. So basically, you're adding 2 damage to whatever that attack was. And many times, that's enough to kill it if you wait it out. So there are other options here. None of them are ones that I can afford. And as I said, I'm not too interested in purchasing anything at at the merchant as of yet, because we've got some interesting gear coming at level 6 or wealth of 6 and higher, of course. So there's always interesting gear at higher levels, but I think I'm going to wait it out to see what the options are before making any choices on buying some gear. So we're just going to jump into Ancient Cistern. Swim into the cistern's depths and remove the poison's source. This is something we needed to do a long time ago, and we've just been allowing Gloomhaven to be poisoned for quite some time now. This is in Gloomhaven, so we won't see a road event. It's a core quest, and we need to cleanse all water pumps. This does not mean we need to kill all enemies, but we are going to probably be dealing quite a bit of damage before we can reach these water pumps. I don't exactly remember the layout and where the enemies are or anything like that, but I do remember the black imps. So we're going to be seeing some black imps, living corpse, night demons, and oozes. So that's it. Let's do this.
The water grows dark, black as a cloudy night sky. You cannot see your hands paddling in front of your face, but you press on. Before too long, you spot a light in the distance. It takes all the effort you have left, but eventually the light grows bigger and you emerge from a pool of fetid water, grateful that you can breathe freely once again. The relief, however, is short-lived. The room is swarming with menacing green masses of ooze and undead. You flop out onto dry land and try to catch your breath, readying your weapons for another battle.
Alright, so pacifist or indignant. Oh man, I don't want to do either of these, but we're certainly wanting to be looting, so I'm not going to take this. We'll take pacifist and maybe it works. Straggler or streamliner? I'll take straggler. I think that's alright. And hunter or masochist? Kill an elite or your health at the end is 2 or less. Let's go for the elite. Should be able to do something like that. I'm not sure about the cards here. I think both of these are going to come in handy, particularly this one. Swap the position of any 2 characters. So if we can get, let's see, if we need to get to one of these water pumps quickly, we can just swap somebody into that position or into a closer position. Yeah, I think the push is definitely something that I'm still interested in. And this might come in handy, I'm not sure, but I like the push more. I think we're good here. And Apati, yeah, we definitely want to keep this one for now. That one's good with that. Alright, yep, we're all set. Let's enter the dungeon. In round 1, here we go. So we're looking at, in this first room, we have 1, 2 normals and 1 elite, living corpse, and a couple normal oozes. And then we have quite a corridor back here. Do we have any traps or anything like that? No. No, we do not. I assume this is where we came from, this water here. Then we have a corridor here with another small room and a large room. Maybe they're together. I want to say they're probably together. And I think this is the pump room back here where we need to get to start cleansing the water pumps. So, yeah. I think we'll probably clear this room up pretty cleanly. We'll head through here, probably clean this up, and then once we get into this room, we'll need to act quickly to get to the back of the room and and figure out how we need to cleanse them, first of all. Well, it says here, there are 3. Mercenaries adjacent to a water pump may forgo the bottom action of an ability card to cleanse the pump. All mercenaries start with 3 curses. No, we do not, because of our perk. Correct. So we need to, I guess we just need to go back here and forgo the bottom ability. That should be, well, easier said than done, of course. Of course. So, well, round 1. Here we go. So we're going to start off with Pan. Going at 29 with Energizing Strike and Stone Sigil. We're just going to get the bear into a position that I like. Probably out here. And yeah, that's about it. And then at 35 is Hades. Foul Wind to get ready, and Accelerated End to start puking poison around the room. They're certainly going to want to poison us. Yep, there it is. Though these do not have it, it's just the elites. And that's probably the case, I think, for the uses as well. Then at 48, I wanted a Pati to be going late because I want to follow up with some poisoned, with some attacks on some poisoned people, poisoned enemies. So 48, we're going to have them attack each other, have somebody attack one of the others, and then Mass Hysteria to start making some more attacks and muddling them as well for any possible incoming attacks that might be happening later. And getting ice ready is also the thing. Okay, so they're going to move 3 and then attack for 2 at range 3. That's not too bad. They're moving 2 with an attack of 4 and a 2 attacking 5. So these 2 are certainly going to be making attacks. Well, you are. If I put the bear, then you aren't, but then you are. So I'm going to put the bear over here. So that way it's going to be attacked by both of you, but you're going to take your time, and then you're going to make the attacks here. Okay. Welcome in, Arctos. I guess I forgot the bear is going to be moving up first. So I kind of like where he is, but I'm going to put him more in the middle of this, I think. I kind of like where they are. Like, if I move up to them, then they're going to be moving around. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have you move right to here. Yeah. So we'll confirm. I'm going to have you move up to here. You're going to move 2, so you can move back to there. See, I don't want them to move too much. So maybe I'll just stand right in the middle of that. Okay. I kind of like where you are, actually. But I will put you in the middle. Get you at least a little bit closer, I think. I don't know. And let's make this attack. I do want to continue to punish you. Alright, wow. Starting off fairly strong. And I could bring in the power core. I think I'm going to wait until I'm a little bit closer, so I'm going to wait for that. Then we have Stamina Potion, which we could use. Nothing else. Alright. Next. I'm thinking poisoning you, and you. And let's get Foul Wind up. And that'll do it. Oh, for crying out loud. All right, so we can still muddle you two. That'll be pretty good for the incoming attacks on the bear. And let's start getting them muddled too, I think. I did this backwards. I did it backwards, but I think what I'm going to do, I should have had them attack first, but I think what I'll do is I'll have you maybe attack here instead. Let's do that. I got rid of the times too. That's good. Yikes. That is... Oh, I mean, this is how it always starts, isn't it? I get a little bit scared because Arctos is in a bad position, but I can always heal him up quite a bit. So I'm not going to be scared this time. But I feel like being scared is actually what keeps him alive a little bit. So anyway, round 2. We're going to start with Pan again. Ancient Ward to disarm a couple enemies, and Patch Fur to begin the healing process. Then at 31 is Hades for that stun, and get air out for some major attack for the next round. Some AoE attacks. And then at 75, going really late, Mind's Weakness and Cranium Overload to get into a good position and then start getting some major melee attacks out there. Okay, so they're going to continue attacking. I was kind of okay with letting them split at this point, but the damage isn't too bad. This damage isn't too bad either, but we can certainly... Okay. We can certainly stop some of these incoming attacks. And I think I mean, they're going to be 3, 3, 3, 3, and 4. I kind of... Ooh. Do I... Well, first let's do this, because I know this is what's going to happen. So we want to clear that off. All right. Let's get him healed up. There, that's not so bad. I'm thinking that since this is going to be an attack against Pan, I'll probably let that go, and maybe... I mean, I kind of want to make this attack, but... I could also go for that stun, too. Let's maybe disarm these two. That means that's going to bring them closer. Yes. Let's disarm you too. You'll see why I do this here in a moment. Well, okay. I'm alright with that outcome. And in this case, I'm going to have you... Maybe I'll just go pick this up and it'll keep you right there. But my thought here is why I was going to disarm these two is since they're disarmed, their attack is null and then they just move into melee range. So both of them, I don't know what... Well, this one would have moved first, so it would have moved here. And then this one would have moved maybe here or something like that. And in that way, they're more clumped up around the bear, and I can be doing more AoE attacks. Well, that one's already dead. So which one do we want to do? We could move all the way up here and then make a stun against one of them. We could stun you to keep incoming damage on the Beast Tyrant. We could stun you, but that might kill you. So since you're already here, I'm gonna do it this way. Maybe I should have had you attack the elite, but oh well. And I'm just gonna move up to pick up some loot, and I'll probably still go pick this loot up over here. Let's get close to the door. Let's do it that way. Okay, not too bad. And I think in this case what I'm going to do is run over to here. And then we'll make this Mind's Weakness attack against the ooze. Well done. So we've got that ready for the next turns. Round 3. So versus Pan again. Spirit swap at 22. I'm going to think about using this. If not, I can use it to move. And then borrowed essence to make an attack and heal yourself. I don't think I'll be using air. I think I'll be saving air for Hades. At 39 is Apathy with Corrupting Embrace and Perverse Edge. And then we have 43 is Hades, Nightmare's Affliction, and Succumb to the Gift just for a movement. Yeah, just for that movement. So. Okay, so pretty hard hitting. Unfortunately, we're going after. And then this is... They're going to push and poison and then attack for 4, but I'm hoping you're dead before you get that chance. This is going to be pretty hard. So what I'm going to do is definitely swap the position of you and you. Sorry guys. Sorry, not sorry. And then we're gonna make this attack, and actually we can use this now. That's pretty cool. Let's make this attack. I'm wondering if I should allow that. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this to make an attack 4 to make it better chances of killing you. Well, that works. And I'll heal up twice. That's not too bad. Unfortunately, you know, you guys are going to be getting hit pretty hard by that, but you're not. That's all that matters for Pan. I'm wondering if I should bring in the power core now, because I'm feeling like opening the door soon might be pretty beneficial, but maybe what I'll do is I'll wait till I can move and then I'll do that. Yeah, so that was kind of the reason why I was okay with putting it over there. That move was kind of annoying, but... Ow! Jeez. Okay. Well, I wanted to use both of these. Yeah, I think it's a little bit better that we move up. So we'll go 1, 2, 3... 4. I'm going to poison them all. And I guess I'm going to use this. I screwed that up, but this might actually be just as good. Yeah, that still worked out pretty well. Thinking of using Major Stamina Potion right now to get back the Corrupting Embrace and even Perverse Edge. I think I'll let it go. We might just take a long rest in here before we open the door. then... Well, I'm going to just make this attack. Whoops. Let's back up first. I could just kill him. But I think we're going to be able to take him out really easily. Let's just back up one. We'll make this attack. I pull that quite a bit, don't I, with this? I feel like it's more than 50-50. So I've cursed him and cursed him again, so 2 curses from that. That's not bad. That was actually very worth it. And I think we'll be fine. We should be able to take him out before we open up that door. I think that's pretty easy. Very easy. So let's do this. We'll have you maybe do a punch through and unstoppable beast to go move 5. I want to try and pick up as much of this as possible. So maybe I'll use this one instead as just a move 2 and pick up loot here. And we'll move over with you. Or maybe I'll do this. And that. Yeah. We'll do this to bring ice in, so if I need to, I can use this after. And as for you... let's go for another curse. And a bit more movement. That sounds good. So it's going to move and then just immobilize somebody, but we'll have you not move. And, well, we can just move up to here. Actually, undo. Let's think about this. He's going to be targeting you, Apati. So maybe I move back here to pick up this loot instead, and then we can have you pick up the loot. Yeah, let's do it that way. He's probably going to be dead before we even go anyway, so... before he goes. Nope. Classic Arcturus. Classic Arcturus. Alright, well, we can have you make this attack anyway. There. And we'll use that to just pick up some more loot. We'll pick up this loot on our way out, and maybe what I'll do is just have you guys go, and then Pan here can pick this up, because he's just going to be straggling anyway, so. Okay. Now, I feel like we should, or we could open this door. I can just go invisible. I can even do an AoE attack with this. What do we have left over here? Brain Leech and Frigid Apparition. You wouldn't be able to use either of those. I mean, I could do this and this, but I don't want to burn both of those cards, right? Then we can go late next round and just continue to muddle. And I'm thinking, what... we just saw oozes. We know that there's black imps. So there's a lot of ranged characters. Or ranged melee. Ranged enemies. I'm gonna do this. Let's go in. So we've got night demons and oozes that are going to start splitting immediately. Whoops. You're going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to go all the way out here. But what I might do is just... I could stand right here and just block them all. That way I don't have to worry about them moving in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, even if I stand right in front of it, it'll be able to get all the way around it. If I stand here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So let's... Oh, I did that, didn't I? I just skipped. Did I just skip? I did. Well, I can still do it from back here, right? Yeah. So I will have you consume darkness. Gives me some XP. We'll make this attack. And I'm just going to go invisible. I could stand here and wait. This is going to be an attack of just 4. So even if that's times 2, you're going to be fine. My fear is that you're going to be going super early the next round and there's not much I can do about it. So I'm going to be just going invisible. Ah, you know, I started back here. 1, 2, that's as far as I could move. My other thought was if I wasn't in a good position, I can use the Ring of Haste and use this to just get into a really good position. But I think I'm okay with this. That's going to be annoying, but there's only so many times before they can split around here. It's a lot of stuff. There's a treasure chest. That looks like a trap, doesn't it? Usually when the chest is really easy to get to, it's a trap. So we're just going to wait here. Round 5. Let's go late. And 1, 2, 3. We'll go with what we've got there. And as for you, I'm just going to go really late. And maybe something like this to just, once again, we can muddle, but we can deal a pretty major hit with something like that. Or maybe I use rot maggots to make that attack with my hawk helm. Let's do it that way. Alright, so night demons aren't going to be doing anything, and the oozes aren't going to be doing anything either. Alright. Well, the oozes might... Yeah, no, they're not moving. Okay. So, unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of movement here, so we'll just pick up some loot and call it good. That's unfortunate. They are going to be moving and attacking. You in particular, you're going to move up to here and then make that attack. So I'm wondering if I should have it move and make an attack here, or if I should just let it go. I'm thinking of just letting it go. So I'm going to have you just come up here, pick up some loot. And this is just free experience. I don't think that's the way that should work at all. Not at all. I'd love to bring this power core in, but since we're bunched in all like this, I think it's a poor choice. And then these guys are probably going to kill it within like 1 turn once it gets into a position to actually attack. I'm thinking of using it out here in that final room, just as a distraction for a turn or 2, maybe. And then we'll decide what to do with it. Do I want to bring in a couple cards? That would allow me to... I mean, I could take a long rest anyway, but I could take a couple cards back right now to make sure that we get a couple interesting attacks or something like that. Let's see, you have 3 health. Okay, we're going to end our turn and just... We'll be burning a card for this incoming attack. Huh. Well, that was a bug. Oh, it's attack attack. Not move move or move attack. It was attack attack. Okay. Well, that's not too bad, I guess. I'm kind of thinking of using Wretched Swarm to just stun that group there, so we don't have to deal with anything with them. And I kind of like this idea because that's gonna save the bear. Let's do it that way. There. So they're stunned. We don't have to worry about incoming attacks from that. Let's get you healed up a little bit, at least. And do I want to? No. No. Okay. Round 6. I think I'm going to be taking a long rest with you. I don't think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do have a movement of 4, so there is a good possibility of you being able to get all the way up there. We don't want to kill any more enemies. All right. I'm thinking let's end yours. Yes. We'll take a long rest with you. Take a long rest with you, and we'll take a long rest with everybody, sure. So we don't have to worry about this, and they're going to start moving just slightly. They're going to inch their way. I'm not too excited about the bear just moving in like that, but at least it's gone after everything else, right? So swap the positions of any 2 enemies or moves. This might be the one that I decide to go for. Let's drop Spirit Swap. We've used the bottom ability, and I'm happy with what we used it for. I'm not sure I'm gonna take this one in the future. I think I've kind of made up my mind that I'm not too excited about this. Of course, it's not as strong as this one, and I like the top and bottom ability here. But even with this, I moved 2 on the top. I'm not very pumped about it. I can use this in some situations, like I just did, but it's not one that I'm super excited for. So I think there's some better cards out there that I might take. And maybe it's just when he levels up, that's the one that he drops. I think that's alright too. So let's get you healing up a bit more. There. And your turn. Mind Thief. Pati. I'm thinking Brain Leech. I'd love to be able to use this Bob ability, and I might be able to use it once, but I just don't see me being able to get into the position to use this, even with Cloak Invisibility. And the top ability is a burn anyway, but it brings in darkness. I just don't know. I don't think it's going to be as good for this scenario. In this case, I'm not desperate for the healing. Brain Leech it is. And finally, Hades. Succumb to the Gift might still be a decent one to use. Rot Maggots I'd like to probably use. But maybe because I have this bottom ability of healing, And this one, while good, I want to be focusing more on AoE. I think I'm going to use or drop rot maggots in this case. Because look at this, it's just such a big... clump over here that I'd really like to take advantage of. It never really occurred to me that at the end of resting, I could use Ring of Haste. And if I had like a minor stamina potion, I could get that card right back again. That's an interesting, it's interesting. It didn't really occur to me. Okay, well, round 7. Alright, so we're going to start off this round with Apati, Cranium Overload, and a hostile takeover to stop one of them from moving up to attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess you. And then at 20, Patch Fur with Pan to get Arcturus healing again, and Energizing Strike for an attack of 4, and then Strengthen for his next turn. Then 70, Succumb to the Gift to just move in a little bit. And then Spreading Scourge to make a pretty big attack. I don't know how far I'm going to be able to make it yet, but I do have that helmet, so that's going to help out quite a bit. We don't have Darkness, so that's better, but it's not necessarily good. And I think one of them won't be attacking, and maybe... we're going to have to figure out what to do with this elite. And then they're going to be hitting too. That's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Luckily, they are not going to be able to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll probably see 2 attacks from this group here. And then you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so... Oh, man, this is painful. Well, okay, let's get this going. We'll stop one of these attacks. That's some... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This will stop these 2 attacks. It's not going to stop your attack, but maybe we can deal a little bit of damage against them anyway. That's good. I think that's a good use of the volatile bomb. And you didn't see him, did you? Well, wait a minute. It says you can see him. I'm realizing that maybe I didn't rotate it. Yeah, okay. Now it's saying... I see what I just messed up on my location, or the rotation there. So now it is attacking all 3 of them. That's better. Okay. That's better. That's more worth it. Cloak of Invisibility? No. Stamina Potion. Do I want to take those 2 back immediately? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Slowly. Painfully. We'll get through it, though. Heal you up. Now, unfortunately, the strengthen against muddling or disadvantage is just going to cancel out, but maybe we'll pull that 1 good card for the next round. Do I want to use this now? Because getting Patch Fur might actually be a pretty decent thing to do. I could also use... I think I'm going to skip it. Because I can also use this, and I also have the heal 4 there. I don't think we can see Now we can. Barely. We can see. But, yeah. So we'll be able to use that heal 4 at range 4 as well. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay. The power core, I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Let's go. That is super damaging. Maybe I should burn a card for something like that. I don't know, though. You're going to be poisoned with this attack. Well, we'll take the damage. And I'll probably burn a card here. Oh boy. Let's see here. I could see Forceful Swipe being the one I drop here. Let's drop that one. So, Plague Herald's turn. I want to see how far I can get this. It looks like I can actually get this whole group as long as I stand right... Whoops! As long as I stand right here. So let's do it. And Spreading Scourge. I wonder if I can make... No, this one I won't be able to get in with. But that's fine. I'm going to make that attack. I'm going to use the major power potion here. Make sure everybody... Yeah, this is everyone. They're actually still in a really good... I could use... Let's see here. I could still use this, because they're in that formation over here. Alright. There we go. I think that was worth it. They're all muddled. You are stunned. Nobody's dead, but I think we're off to a good start here. Do I want to use... I have 2, 2, 2. So I don't really want to use... See, it would be nice to do this. Maybe I will use that to bring air in now, so that I can use this again later. Let's do that. I was hoping to get air from that, but apparently that was too much to ask for. I guess I can see from here, right? Yep. So no. Let's use the minor mana potion to bring in air. I definitely wish I would have done that beforehand, but oh well. Now I could use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might be good to use that for this accelerated end, and then I could get some poisons out there. That would help even more. I could poison, let's say, like a few of these enemies. And I guess I could do it before I do it anyway. I'll skip. Round 8. So we definitely want to be going early. And I'm going to use this to go as early as possible, and then Stinging Cloud from here. That's a range 3. So 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3. That's enough to get everybody. That's good. This one I'm very, very scared about. So let's go that and that. That's going to... Yeah, 31 might not be fast enough is the thing. But, oops. Another thing I could do, but I'm afraid if I go too late... I was thinking Ancient Ward and Unstoppable Beast. That way I could go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make an attack against you, and then try to stop another one of you guys from making an attack. I think I might have to do it that way. My fear is that if I go too late, then... Well, here, maybe we can do something with you. We can. Let's go with this and this to try and stun you at 11. And then 19, we can come in to disarm a couple others. And then 31 to go for some movement and stinging cloud. And maybe this is fast enough to deal a lot. It is! We're all going first. Perfect. That... Well, that might not happen, so... Let's have you just walk straight past this. And we're gonna hit you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's perfect. We'll use that ice to stun you. That would have been nice, a +2, but we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Stamina potion might be a good thing to take right now, particularly for... I don't remember burning this card. Did I burn this card at the very beginning? There was an attack over here that I attacked for like 9 or something, and for some reason I thought I was attacking with this. And now I'm realizing that's probably not the case. Oh man. Whoops. Well, let's, yeah, I mean, in the board game, I would have certainly looked at that and been like, you know, that's not, I don't want to be doing it that way, but it's way too late now, and I don't really care. We're gonna be fine. Yeah, I think I want to take a couple cards back. I could get this one back immediately. Oof. And probably that. Let's do it. Let's use our stamina potion here. Frigid Apparition to get that stun back, and hostile takeover for another control. I don't need to be moving too quickly right now. I almost want to take this opportunity to go invisible, but I can go pretty early, and I think we'll be fine anyway, so... Oh, bear. You were strengthened! Okay. Well, let's use this. And now I'll make the attack here and here to stop these attacks and potentially kill you too. Yep. Not too bad. I almost want to bring in this power core now because it might be better to have it earlier than later. And it might be really nice to be able to jump through this quickly. But I'm afraid of losing the bear anyway, so I think it's time we use the power potion now, because I think I need to get that and probably this card back. So let's do that. I really need the heals. Actually, this one would... Oh, yeah, not everybody needs it. It'd be nice if right now I could say undo instead of like realizing now, oh, maybe not. Maybe I don't need to really do that, but let's still take them. It would be nice to be able to undo in a lot more situations. So this with that, and I do need this. And I think this is probably a good time to use it because in here it's probably some more of these, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. I know there's going to be black imps. We still haven't seen them yet, but I think this is a good place to use it. Use everything I've got. Fantastic. Look at this. So they all have 2 health, and that guy's dead. So they're going to all die. Well, except for you two, because you're both stunned. That was really good. Do I use this to get back here? I don't think I want to. Oh, actually, I can just move over to here. Let's do that. Let's go slowly and pick up all the loot along the way, right? Before you could just hit F2 and it would... But now you have to hold F2 down? Weird. Okay, round 9. So in a heroic act, we have Apati going first, so that she would be the target for this night demon, if they decide to go earlier, which they probably will. And then, whoops, with Corrupting Embrace and Mind Weakness, this is a lot of attacks that I just thought it might be pretty fun to be able to do all 3 of those attacks, and it might be enough to kill it. Poison, and then this will make that an attack of 2 with Muddle, and this will be an attack of 2 with Wound. Maybe that's just enough. Maybe it's overkill. We'll have to see. Then at 56, we'll be using Borrowed Essence to just give Arctos all of Pan's health, and then Disorienting Roar. I think my choice here was 1, 2, 3, depending on if he's dead, of course, but he'll be able to move up to here and then use Disorienting Roar against those 2 targets. We'll just see if, I mean, maybe they're not going late enough. I don't know. I'm just kind of choosing some cards here that because I wanted to choose the other cards for later. Accelerated End and Gathering Doom. So of course they're going really early, and now they're dead, so it does not really matter, but it's not going to be that major of a hit, right? No. Okay, good. I can take 3. That's fine with me. And now we'll just focus on you. Times 2 or the times 0. Okay. Well, let's make that attack again. Knowing that all of that is gone, I'm hoping that this is going to be enough. There it is. So it was not overkill, but it was just right. Arctos moving up, making an attack. Not enough. All right, let's give him all of my health here. Oh, whoops! Let's not kill Pan in the at the same time here. So this is a neat way of sneaking around the poison. I couldn't heal him up and then heal him up again immediately. So this is an interesting way of sneaking around that. And we'll use this just to get some extra XP out of it. And I'm still going to hold on to that. You know, I could use this, but I think what I'm going to do instead is... Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move over here. And I'm going to use this, because why not? It'll kill them. Oh, they're not poisoned. I thought that muddle was poison. Whoops. Well, in that case, we'll just skip it. That is quite a beautiful sight to see them dying. I don't know if I like that. I liked the fact that I could just click F2 and it would hold by itself. Alrighty, round 10. Let's get as much movement as possible. Alright, so nothing real special here. We're just going to move around a tad. I'm going to get the bear next to the door. Maybe this is a poor choice, but I kind of want to just get him out of the way. I do need to heal him up before we do something crazy with him. As for you, I kind of want to pick up that treasure chest, but I almost want to do that. I'm thinking of using getting the treasure chest with the mine thief. So I'm going to do it that way. Let's get you into an interesting position here. Whoops. Well, we can take a long rest. Here you go. We'll take a long rest instead of I was planning on doing something cool, but we'll just wait. These two, those two, and long rest. So let's keep moving. As for you, I need to heal that poison off before you run in there. Just kind of unfortunate, but we can just do this again. That's fine. And some more XP, which once again I think that's kind of cheating. I'll probably stop that. Paralyzing bite. I'd like to use that. That would be good. This might be good to keep. That would be good. Okay, all of this would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do it that way. Let's do it that way. Alright. So maybe I use the Ring of Haste now. My thought here was to burn loot 2 to pick up all of this loot, but I don't really know how much This is a lot of loot, and it would be nice if the Beast Tyrant, or if Pan picked some of this up. 2, 4, 6, you know what? We're gonna do it. I'm gonna use this to pick up all this loot. 20 gold. Oops. Alright. And the turn and the round. Let's take a... Yeah, we've already passed that. That's alright, I guess. Oh man. Now we need to take a long rest with you guys. So I ended up taking a short rest with everybody. Instead of taking long rests and making this a bit longer than it should be. We're already getting kind of low in cards for everyone, so let's we're going 9 with a Pati. I don't care what we're using for the top ability. This one seemed like one that I was okay with for now to get rid of. Empathetic Assault just to move and heal. We'll pick up that chest. 29 for Pan. Energizing Strike, so maybe he'll be able to make another attack. And Unstoppable Beast. Maybe not Unstoppable Beast. Maybe I just use Borrowed Essence, because I don't have any health. What I'm going to do is I just want to pick up this loot, and then I'll be on my way with Unstoppable Beast later. Then at 71, Spreading Scourge and Storm of Wings. We already have air ready, so we can use it for this to make this an attack of 2 and muddling everybody. And then you'll be opening the door, by the way. And then Storm of Wings to make that, to get into position. But yeah, I couldn't time everybody to really get into position, and I couldn't time this one correctly, so it's just gonna have to skip it. Volatile bomb. She already has one, I think. Yeah, she already has one, so she can't use that one again. Yeah, so... Okay, well, we'll move... Whoops. I'm realizing now that I'm not able to use that. So we'll do this, and then we'll make this... We'll skip the attack, but we'll heal up a little bit. I would like to bring this in again, but I want to be closer to that door before we do that. So let's jump in here.
Following the signs of corruption, you find your way into the final room of the chamber, hoping to finish off the rest of your adversaries quickly. Instead, horror invades your mind as you view the scene before you. 4 water pipes stand vertically in the back of the room, clear conduits for the pumping of the city's water. Attached to the pipes, however, are writhing black masses, poisoning the water running through. When you enter, some of the black mass drips down from the pipes, coalescing into the forms of small, bulbous imps with mouths full of teeth. The horde of demons and undead isn't exactly a welcome sight either.
Okay, well, there they are, black imps. Then we have some more night demons and one normal living corpse there. He's going to move 2. They aren't going to move, they're going to strengthen each other and help each other out. And then they're going to move 5. They're not going to be able to go invisible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't want to get too close, right? And then you're going to move 2 and attack for 4. You know, maybe I just back up. Can I see you from here? I can. Will I be able to use this? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yeah, so I can make an attack against both of you at least. Or I just stand right here. I don't like that idea either, but I also don't know how excited I am about... If I back up, then this guy, one of them, could just stand here and block the door, and then I'm really screwed. So I think I have to move in. Let's move in. Spreading Scourge. I can hit these 2, or I could hit... I could use my Hawk Helm to hit these 2. Let's hit these 2 because this one's going to be attacking, so let's make sure that hits a little less. And they have, that's right, they now have the innate ability that we gain disadvantage on attacking them too, so the elite imps, elite black imps. I should probably use this now, huh? No, I think I'll be fine. What are these traps? Oh, this is bad. Oh. They have one more. Oh, that's right. These things spawn. Both of them. This one's going to spawn. This one's going to spawn. And this one's going to spawn. I remember why I hate this one so much now. So they're going to be bringing in, what are they called here? Normal black imps. So, yeah, it would be clearly a really good thing for you to get through this. Try to deal some of, or try to clean like 1 or 2 of these would be really nice, but you're not invisible anymore. Alright, round 13. This is going to be painful. What is this? Why can't I see it? It's just a stun trap, so it might be nice to, well, regardless of what trap it is, it might be nice to be able to push some of them in there. Alright. We're going to start off really early with Apathy, Cranium Overload, and Mass Hysteria. We want to be muddling. This is a lot of damage, incoming damage, potentially. So if we can muddle a lot of that, that will be very helpful. Then 19 is Pan, Ancient Ward to disarm, and Unstoppable Beast to finally get up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and from here we'll be able to disarm both of you. So I'll probably want to be muddling anybody else that isn't disarmed. Unless, of course, they decide to be going first, then we want to be muddling them. That wouldn't be muddling, it would be canceling their strengthen. Then at 31, Paralyzing Bite and Nightmarish Affliction. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be that helpful. We might be able to stop you, but that's 31 is pretty slow. Not slow enough. We're going first. Everybody's going first. So, Black Imps are cursing and poisoning. 2 targets. Yikes. Living Corpse isn't really doing as much. And then the Night Demons are going to be the ones hitting the hardest. Alright. So the Mind Thief running up. I don't know if I want to go here. Well, let's see. It's a range of 4. So if I go here, I'm not going to be able to reach anybody else. So just standing in the doorway is probably fine. And then I can hit all 3 of them, or all 4 of them. That's probably okay, right? Another thing I could do is stand here. Then the bear's going to be moving in really far, though. I don't want the bear to move in too far, because I don't want all of them to be attacking the bear every single round. So I think this is as far as I can go. Mass Hysteria time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could go invisible, but I think I'm fine. None of them are going to be able to attack. 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. You, 1, 2, 3, 4. You will be able to make that attack. Okay. Yeah, invisibility is not that important right now. Good. Okay. Up here. And disarming. Well, we'll hit you and you. That was awesome. How much did we just heal there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So heal 4. It doesn't say how much, it just says applies heal to Beast Tyrant. And once again, this power core. Let's bring it in. There it is. Kind of looks like it looks very Skyrim, like the dwarven. Yeah. All right, and the beast tyrant's turn. He'll be able to move up, which is good, and help out in the next turns. And for you, you know, honestly, we could. This isn't going to be as helpful anymore. I was thinking to use it against you, but really, there's no reason to. But maybe you're gonna move 3, so you're gonna be able to attack anyway. So I think what I want to do is maybe move up, pick up some loot. Maybe I'm gonna move over here instead. And I can stun you. Or maybe I stun you. I think I like the idea of stunning you, though. Do I use Foul Wind? I think I should probably just use it when I have it. Alright. Okay. Using that might be good. I'm trying to think of how I'm supposed to get through this now to get back here. Because I'm pretty sure what happens is when you cleanse one, then they stop showing up. So if I can cleanse 1 or 2 of these very quickly, even if I send you in and just take a bunch of damage, but like they're not really going to deal, I mean they can in mass deal a lot of damage, but as you can see here, this is like an attack of 2. The poison ends up being quite a bit, but if we can, yeah, they are still kind of a pain. But I think that's what I'm gonna have to do, is send you back here to try to get some of these cleaned. I wish I didn't use my Cloak of Invisibility so quickly now. I do have one here, though. Alright. I think I'm going to end the turn. That means I have to use these 2. Next round? Yeah, I could use that. Okay. Just impossible. Just impossible to get through this. I mean, it's obviously possible, but what's impossible is is the amount of imps that really I don't understand the meaning of so many black imps. They are super annoying. All right, round 14. So we're starting off with Pan at 17, Disorienting Roar, and Stone Sigil. Let's send the bear to his doom. I don't know if this is a great idea, but I feel like putting him out here is probably a good choice. Disorienting Roar will muddle and immobilize everybody, so maybe that will help with some incoming damage on him. His poisoned, however, I don't know. I'd like to, myself personally, with Pan, I'd like to use Unstoppable Beast and Stone Sigil to get here, plop down the monolith. Where is it? Yep, the monolith right in the middle, so that everybody else can focus on these. But the thing is we're going to be seeing the maximum of these black imps. And anytime we kill one, it's basically going to come back. So we just have to live with that. So then at 29, frigid apparition for that, and then corrupting a brace to have a jump movement. I might go invisible for after that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. My other option was to move 4 and then use the top ability. We'll see about that. Stinging Cloud and succumb to the gift just for a little bit of movement. Well, they're going to be muddling us, which is whatever. It does not change anything actually. And then they have some disgusting attacks coming in, so. Okay, great. You've healed off that poison. Oh. Never mind. The poison isn't healed because it was either the +1 or that, so it chose the +1. Yep. So what are you gonna do? Yeah, it does not matter. So I think if that's the case, I'm going to put you in here because they're going to be able to attack all of us anyway. So I might as well. Yeah, I might as well move in here and make them all muddled. So you're probably dead, but you dealt some damage. So let's do that. And the range is 4. So even if this one's going to go 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go back here, that might be the better. That'll keep at least a couple attacks. You 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to be using as much of that as possible, but I feel like no matter where he stands, there are going to be a lot of attacks incoming, and I'd rather it be on the bear. So that's what we're going to do. And we'll stop right there. And this will muddle every these 4. I think that's worth it. Of course, it's 5 damage on you. I'll take it. Well, you made it. Alrighty. Well, I could jump all the way back into here, but now everyone's going to be attacking you, but I could use my Cloak of Invisibility instead. Or on top of that, and then I could make an attack to stun, like, you, or something like that. And then from here, 1, 2, 3, I can't make it back here. Or I burn this card to stun somebody, and then I poison and muddle. That doesn't sound like fun. Let's do it this way. Or I go here and make the attack against you to poison and stun you. I think I'm gonna do that instead, and I'll save this Cloak of Invisibility for when we're in here. I feel like if I take these 2 out, that's probably going to be very helpful. So let's try to do that. Because if I jump in here now, I don't think I'll be able to get to a position in the next round. I'd have to get to the position first, and then stay there for a turn. So I think I want to use the invisibility for, let's jump to here, go invisible, and then the next round I can go late, get rid of this poison, whatever, and then and then come back to visibility. I think I'd rather do it that way. It's gonna be pretty crazy if I'm able to do this. I think the band is too squishy for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think, unfortunately, I think we're just too... We don't have enough health to be able to tank all the way through this. And maybe I burned a couple cards a little too early, or some of my gear I burned too quickly. Before getting to this room. It probably would have been really good to have the Ring of Haste until the very end. So I think using Ring of Haste and burning it to pick up all that loot, though fun, might not be what's going to happen, or not going to help this situation here. So what I'm going to have to do is just... I mean, I could take a long rest with you, maybe. But you're screwed now because the bear's dead and you're standing in the front. So... Sure. Cranium Overload. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm actually able to get back there. Oh, no, I'm not. There isn't one right there. I think in 4th player there would be. So let's grab this, and then hostile takeover instead. And can only take long rests. Well, if you're jumping back here and going invisible, then everybody's going to be attacking you. So I don't see taking that as... I need that. I don't think taking that is a really good idea. So what I'm going to do is Storm of Wings to go back there really late. And then we'll go Spreading Scourge to just lay some damage out. Let's see. I doubt it. I doubt I'm able to do this one, but I'm going to push through. I don't really care what they're going to do anymore because I'm not going to be able to deal with it. So let's go back into here. Mercenaries adjacent to a water pump. Is this... like I can't stand there? That is adjacent to the water pump, but I guess I have to stand in one of these spaces. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, but as I said before. So what's going on here? You're stunned. You will attack you. There we go. We got one down. Let's go invisible. You could attack him too, please. Oh, they're going to be attacking both of them. Even better. Plague Herald's turn. I don't think I can get too far. Then I need to use this to get into a position. So from here, I'd be able to go back there. Yep. Okay, well, let's do it. And let's use Spreading Scourge to... I'm going to try and fit as many as I possibly can because I want to muddle as much as I can. You know, in these situations, it is really tough to see who I'm hitting. I can see the little... Like, the problem here is this color is the same as this color in my mind. Now, I do have problems with colors, but... So that would be, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I go out here, then it's 4. Okay, well, let's hit this group, I guess. Oh, we got air, but we already did. I think I want to get those 2 cards back immediately. The more cards in my hand, the better at this point. Heal that. Poison. Stone Sigil is something I really need. This might come in handy. That's necessary. This is actually kind of nice. Ooh, here we go. Oh, I can switch you with somebody back here. You know what? I love it. Let's get rid of that. So I'll be able to use the bottom ability here and maybe Stone Sigil to bring in the next one. So maybe I'll go to here and then plop the Stone Sigil down. I like it. I want to go late, but I can have, well, the bottom ability is what's important here. So maybe I use Frigid Apparition to try and stun somebody. Okay. And okay, I'm a little scared, but something is happening here. Something is happening here. So I need to use this, and maybe I burn a card to get... See, I don't want to burn too many cards, so we'll go with... Let's go with this. Let's get some curses out there. Since they're all muddled, it might be helpful. And I'll use that to jump back into this corner. Alright. Okay, this is really good. And this is okay with me. Because it's just you. Oh, I think we just got lucky here, guys. Okay, so I had to sit through that. So you had to sit through that. I like the little details here. Is really great. The way that like when the way they like shake and their jaw kind of wiggles back and forth. It's kind of cool. All right, how many cards do you have left? 3 cards. So we have to do this very, very quickly. Oh, wow. All right, well, we're going to swap you with you. And that means we're going to have the Plague Herald is going to come back over here, or Hades is going to come back over here and do this one. You're coming over here to do this one, and you should have this one done already. So we'll confirm this. Unless we want to do it a different way, but... No, I think that's the best one. You're out of the way, and you've put you between... Or you've put the monolith between you and everything else. So I think let's do it. I'm going to get a good action view here. Oh, it's great. And I can even use this to heal that up if I want to. Okay, and your turn. That's good. Let's jump all the way back into this corner. How many cards do you need? You're going to have 3 left as well. Skip. And we'll use that top ability to just poison and curse. Doesn't matter who. I'll use this because I think... Yeah, I'll be getting an XP out of it. Now, I think maybe I could have done that back here, but oh well. Oh well. I don't know if I was able to reach him, but I don't really think we have to worry too much about him anymore. So what does this mean? You may forego the bottom action to cleanse the adjacent pump. Yes. Yes. Cool. Ah, now I get the choice. Alright. So we'll use this to stun something. We'll stun you. Doesn't matter. So 1 down. 1 down. I think we did it. I can't believe that. How did that just happen? I guess his mobility and then your ability to just swap is insane. So we'll go with that, and I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Go with that and that. We want to go as early as possible to just do whatever we can, and then for you, I can use that top ability. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have you exhaust here, but we're going to be all right. So let's see here. You have 4 cards left. Let's do this thing. We're gonna kill something. You're gonna move 4. I want to kill a normal, is what it says, right? Kill 1 normal within 4, and then do a ranged attack against a bunch of other people. So let's choose one where we can choose that one. And it's going to make an attack against everybody else. Oh, wow. +2/+2 and a ×2. And then we'll use this to... I don't think I'll be able to walk 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it doesn't matter where I go, so we'll just skip the movement, but we'll take the heal. the monolith's turn. So yeah, in this case we will cleanse this one. I can't believe this. Like, I am absolutely astonished here that we're able to do this. We'll have you and you skip your turns, or disarm at least. And I'm just going to burn a couple cards because it does not matter. And I'm just going to burn a couple cards because it does not matter. Ah, come on, kill me. Oh no, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Wow. People, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think I need to have a little bit more faith in myself and in our group. Let's use this. We'll use that. What was that? Oh, I have to consume air. Yeah, I want to do that. So we'll do that and this. That way I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to see if I'm able to kill all of these. We did some good damage here at the end, though. Pretty impressed.
By the time the fight is over, the walls and floor are a mess of black ooze. None of it's pulsating anymore, though, which is a step in the right direction. A simple mop can clean the remnants, now that the dark presence has been removed. You approach the back wall and bemusedly wipe away some of the grime with your finger. Most of it comes off easily, but a chalky black streak remains. Curious, you take your sleeve and begin wiping the wall more vigorously, quickly revealing some sort of runic language. With enough cleaning, you find lettering covering the entire back wall. The letters are unrecognizable, but you jot them down and head back to town, bringing the writings to a language expert at the university.
So, well, Apati picked up a level, or a perk point anyway. And unfortunately the Beast Tyrant, Pan's Arctos, had killed 5 enemies. So be it. What else? Dealing the most damage, 74. Nice. Yeah, I love. This is a very interesting group. I never had this one before, and this is maybe I've said this before, but I love Gloomhaven. It's pulling together 2, 3, 4 of these, and what seemingly seems like random, right? It doesn't seem like I never planned to have the Beast Tyrant, Plague Herald, and Mind Thief together at the same time. They just kind of pile in, and you get this one unlocked first, and then you get another one unlocked, and you get to see some wild combinations. 18, 12, 13. I want to say that the Beast Tyrant's going to be leveling up here, so let's see here. Items used 21, 26, 21. Crazy. Crazy. A lot of loot too. That makes me happy.
It's part of a ritual, says a bespectacled quattrel, staring down at your crude writing. I am not myself entirely familiar with the specifics, but it seems to be a ritual to wellspar, corrupt. I believe such corruption would require the use of a conduit. The quattrel peers even more intently at the writings. Ah, here, something referred to as the artifact, housed at the Temple of Elements. The quattrel rushes over to a bookcase overflowing with texts. Ah, interesting. I've heard of that before. He disappears behind a large stack of tomes. Yes, the Temple of the Elements. His head pops out above the books. The Temple of the Elements, said to house the Vessel of the Elements, a powerful ancient artifact capable of giving shape and power to the elemental residues around us. The book says the temple isn't even that far from here, somewhere around the fork in the Serpent's Kiss River. If you're looking to get to the bottom of the corruption, I'd start there.
Whoa! 10 gold each. 1 reputation and 2 prosperity. And then, of course, 12 XP. 2 prosperity. Here we go. We're going to be seeing a lot of new gear coming our way. New items in stock. Come buy my stuff. Okay, the boots of quickness. Yes, 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 yes. Nice. Let's go take a look at this stuff. I think you can get an idea of what some of these things are going to be doing, but let's go take a look at it. And a level up for Pan. Okay. This is exciting. Always exciting to get new stuff, right? The Pendant of Dark Pacts. Very expensive, but during your turn, refresh 2 of your consumed items and then gain a curse. So you have to, yeah, you're basically making a pact with some evil, gaining a curse, but you do gain 2 of your small items here back, which is really, really good. It is a necklace. So actually, this could be an interesting thing for Pan. I don't know if I'm going to be spending the money on it for him because of his, well, I can't see it now, but because of his personal quest. But being able to bring like the power core back in would be pretty cool. Being able to use the Ring of Haste again would be really cool. And of course, power potion. Stamina potion, mana potions, steel ring. I mean, there's so many small items that this is such a good thing for. Yes, you gain a curse, but if you, let's say, attack with advantage, then this is a pretty decent thing to pick up. If you're dealing a lot of AoE attacks, I think it's also very worthwhile. I'd say if you're making 1 attack per turn, then it might hurt you in the end. I mean, pulling that curse is going to hurt you, but I think being able to pick up 2 consumed items is pretty strong. It's very expensive, very, very expensive. So another drawback for it. The Flea-Bitten Shawl. You are considered to have an initiative of 99 for the purpose of enemy focusing. So you smell really bad and all enemies want to just avoid you at all costs. This is good for, I think this is really good for a party. Anybody that doesn't have a whole lot of health and that does melee damage. So Apati's really good choice for this. I don't know if I like... I think one good thing... The thing about the Cloak of Invisibility is you get to use it, and you get to use it that one time. To go invisible, you don't have to worry about being targeted at all. But the Flea-Bitten Shawl means you can stand next to an ally, and as long as you're always tied for focusing reasons, then it will always be, in this case, Arctos being the target. So Apati could be standing there, go really early, make some melee attacks, and then she's still completely fine. I'm considering this for Apati because technically she's up front. She's very squishy, and I don't want her to be targeted very frequently. But she does have the tendency to go early. And it's so cheap. So cheap. So I think I'll be taking that for her. The Splint Mail is a step up from... Did we already see this step? I think we've had the Chain Mail, but we never had the Splint Mail. I think. But it's a step up from the Chain Mail. It gives you one more -1, I think. Yep. But it also gives you one more shield for another attack. So it's good. It's good. Yeah, it kind of... This is where you start to, or where I start to split a little bit on my mind, on my choice here. Do I take the extra shield, or do I always take that retaliate? The problem with the retaliate is that they have to be melee attacking you, or at least performing an attack in melee range. So while this is great if you are already going for retaliation, I think this is better in the long run, but I don't know how to convince somebody else of that. I have a hard time convincing myself. So Splint Mail or Sword Edge Armor, it's tough because this one can help against range, and this one can perform retaliation. So I think it's like 6 in one, half dozen in the other, right? The Reaping Scythe. This is just like the Battle Axe, only you get to add a third target. I'm in less favor for this one. It's very expensive, but it's hard to get the enemy in that formation to make this worthwhile at least once in a scenario. Of course, when you have the Battle Axe, you could probably see using the Reaping Scythe, but I feel like the Battle Axe, you can get this formation pretty easily once in a, at least once in a scenario. This one's going to be a little tougher. We certainly don't have anybody that I'd want to pick this up, but it's a good one. I've used it, and it works. I think I actually used it with the Sunkeeper for a few scenarios, and it was really, really fun because she has those pretty big attacks with advantage, and she is one of those that I can put in that situation knowing, hey, 3 enemies are going to be coming at her, and the next round do the Reaping, using the Reaping Scythe. Spiked Shield. Now we're talking about using getting more retaliation. It is just like the Heater Shield, in which you just get 1 shield. You do get to use it once and then bring it back for a after a long rest, but retaliate 2 for the attack. Now you can use this in combination with the Sword Edge Armor, and now I'm saying Sword Edge Armor is better because now you get to actually choose when to use this, where is it? The Spiked Shield. And that retaliate 3 without using any abilities is great. It's fantastic. Now, if you have a retaliate build, it's even better, right? This is going to combine very well with your retaliate build. And in this case, when I made the retaliate build with the Sunkeeper, I did use this with the Sword Edge Armor, and I was able to do up to retaliate 7 in some cases, and that's really, really big, really big. So I think it was the Sunkeeper. I think so. There was another one that I did a retaliation build with, but we have not seen them yet. Okay, moving on. Boots of Quickness. This is just like the Boots of Speed, only you're able to increase or decrease your initiative by 20. I think this is a better choice instead of just 10. 20 is pretty huge. The problem is that a lot of this new gear is very expensive, and I'd rather just spend my stuff on cheaper things or enhancements. I would much rather an enhancement than gear. I don't know why. I actually have no reason why this is better than putting an enhancement on, but that's the way I've always thought about it. So I think that was it. Yep. And now the Major Mana Potion, you can bring in 2 elements. And the Sun Earring is really, really awesome. This is a step up from the Moon Earring, which the Moon Earring refreshes all of your spent items. This refreshes all of your spent items and perform a heal 3 self. There's one even better than this. But the Sun Earring is really good. Really, really good. Okay. But as you can see, things are getting pretty expensive here. Okay, well, let's level up Pan now. And call it an episode. But I'm gonna be looking at the merchant. Ooh, and we even have the narrative. So we'll end the episode with the narrative, as per usual. Level 7 for Pan. Storm Sigil. Summon a wind totem, which has 8 health and does an attack of 1. So it does not move. It's not a ranged attacker either. So it does not move. The one thing that's interesting about this, I guess, is that the target all adjacent enemies and then push too. Now I think that it makes the attack and then it pushes all of them. So all of the, I want to say that it attacks everyone and then pushes them away. I think that's what I'm trying to say here, but I'm having a hard time saying it. It also brings in wind and a couple XP. The bottom being an attack 4 command. So now you're able to do, let's see here. Energizing strike, attack 4, strengthen, and then attack 4 again with that strengthen so that you can use the strengthen again in your turn. This is a pretty decent one. I don't know if I used it. I don't actually know if I made it past 5 with him. Oh, I've actually picked up 2 4s. So we're actually, yeah, we're on 7 now. I don't know if I've made it this far. We'll see. I want to see if the other one makes sense. Tyrannical Force. Attack 3, range 3, stun, bring in Earth. And then all summoned allies within range 3 perform move -1 with you controlling the actions. And I don't remember this one either. So I'm not sure. I think these are new to me. This seems pretty cool though. And this one's bringing in air and this one's bringing in earth. Of course I can't look at anything else, but I think this one brings in earth. Yep. That one uses earth. This brings in air and, or uses air and earth. But this one being able to have a stun and it has earth that I could be continuing to heal myself a bit more. And I could use it here. This one brings in air. I mean, these aren't very, this one's not as important. I don't really get to use, I mean, this air I'd be able to use for sure, but for Hades more so. This earth I'm not very excited about because typically I'm bringing this in because I'm desperate. You know, I haven't really brought him into a situation where it's like, let's put the monolith here and use it. I think both times I've brought this in, or more often than not, I've brought this in because my bear's dead too. So I'm kind of liking Tyrannical Force, But Storm Sigil, that bottom ability, I'd be able to use it, and then if the bear dies, then I have the top ability to bring in another one. The problem is I don't know if I really like the ability to bring in two. Let's use Tyrannical Force. Let's get Tyrannical Force. I think that's a good one to bring in. I'm thinking that I'm keeping Pan close enough to the bear that this is going to be pretty helpful. I can have the bear move too, and then I can also have what is it, my golem here, the power core, I can have move 1. So yeah, I think that's good. And then having the ability to attack again, or having another stun, is pretty helpful too. Bringing in Earth, maybe I can use Unstoppable Beast a little bit more for the top ability instead of just the move 5 is what I've been using it for. Those imps would have been good targets for this, but I think I've been so focused on that move 5. Yeah, I think I need to stop doing this because I have this and I don't really need to move all that much. But I think Spirit Swap is dropped here because I haven't been using this very often. I've been using this, sure, but I've been burning it very quickly. So let's bring it in. Let's bring in Tyrannical Force instead of Spirit Swap. I think this is a better one anyway, and I like this one a lot more than just switching 2 enemies. I think so. Yeah, I think continue with focus. Let's continue with focus. Okay. All right. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. I'm pretty happy, pretty shocked by the outcome of that. But as I said, I feel like I always get this point in the scenario that it's getting, 15 turns in, something like that, and I realize, it's getting really late. I need to finish this up before the scenario, or before I just die, right? I'm getting pretty low in cards at that point, and then everything clicks and I realize, oh, there it is. I'll get the victory if I do this. So I think in the coming scenarios, maybe I need to have a little bit more confidence in this group. I don't know how to explain it. I've just been a little reluctant on their strength. But I think they are really growing into a pretty tight group here. And I think with some of the gear and things that I'll be purchasing for them, that it's going to just even get better. So anyway, if you are interested in the narrative, then stick around. And if you're not, then I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, let me know by leaving a like. As always, thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you next time.
Ah, glad to see you got my note. Dominic shakes your hands and then remains conspicuously quiet until you enter the back room and the door is closed and locked. I think I have the answer we're looking for, he begins. I was right. There is a written record of the Aether's story. It appears in the Codex of Directives, a book that should only be read by the highest official in each region. There was a copy delivered to Gloomhaven. But don't worry, you won't have to raid the Ghost Fortress to get it, because it never arrived. Dominic looks at you intently. It took a lot of legwork, but I eventually sniffed out a guard in town who was protecting the caravan that delivered the book from the capital many years ago. Apparently, the caravan was attacked by a group of Inox near the southern tip of the Dagger Forest. The guard was dragged back to the Inox camp before he managed to escape and find his way to Gloomhaven. Oddly enough, no one was ever sent to find the camp and recover the caravan's goods. They probably didn't want to incite more wrath from the Inox. So the book may still be out there, and with a little grease, the guard told me exactly where you can find the camp.